Darza's Dominion. If you're a Realm of the Mad God player, you've probably heard of this game. If you haven't heard of this game, or Realm of the Mad God, let me break it down for you. Realm of the Mad God is a bullet hell roguelike RPG, meaning each character you create has one life. Once it dies, it's gone for good. I'm not going to go too far into the mechanics of the game, other than it's basically kill a monster, get loot, use loot to kill harder monster for better loot, rinse and repeat until death. Realm of the Mad God has seen its fair share of praise, criticisms, and even private servers. And this is where Darza somewhat comes into play. Initially released as a mobile game back in 2017, it has since shut down, and much like Realm, swapped owners and saw a Steam release relatively recently, with iOS and Android releases also planned for the future. The game does intend to be cross-platform. Currently, Darza's feels like, and was made with the intention to essentially be, a unique but faithful recreation of what the original Realm of the Mad God was like back in 2011 to 2012. Currently, it does tick those boxes, but at the same time, that's what's holding it back. There's absolutely nothing wrong with being a Realm-like game. Hell, there have been multiple in the past, and Sebchuf actually did a video on them. I'll leave a link to that video in the description, please do watch it. With the two most known having been Survive By and Steambird's Alliance. Survive By, developed by Human Head Studios and published by Digital Extremes, unfortunately shut down shortly after releasing to early access on Steam. It had shown promise, being the bullet hell roguelike that Realm players were familiar with, but with a completely unique art style and a slightly different gameplay loop. Steambird's Alliance, however, was developed and published by Spryfox Studios, who, back in 2011, came on to help Wild Shadow Studios develop Realm of the Mad God. It kinda came full circle in that one, before it sadly shut down as well in October of 2020. The point is, there haven't been very many games that capture the same charm and gameplay that Realm has had, and those that have been released sadly didn't last too long. This brings us to Darza's Dominion, the newest game to try and take on the Titan, and really only game, of the bullet hell roguelike MMO. Most of my thoughts are going to come from my stream clips, where one of the Darza developers actually stopped down and answered some questions, so I'll play those and give my final words after.
Not that I can really think of. I'm just kind of getting, my first impressions. I played a little bit the other day, but that was when you guys were doing a lot of server upgrading, so the uptime was kind of inconsistent. So I was like, you know what? Probably wait a couple days, let them kind of sort everything out, because I wanted to get my a good first impression on stream. Because I played the mobile version of this, back in 2017, 2018, something like that. I think it was then. This is more than just a private server. It's literally a full-blown different game. Bit of a rocky start, but seems to have all kind of ironed out for now. I was laughing at some of the Steam reviews that are basically just calling it a reskinned Realm, and I'm just like, by that they're only calling it that because it's the same genre and same art aesthetic, same 8-bit graphics. But I love the 8-bit graphics. I love the retro style graphics. But a lot of people are calling it a reskin RotMG. I'm like, well, by that logic, any roguelike game is a reskin of Rogue, just with updated graphics, or any roguelike game is just a reskin Binding of Isaac, something like that. It's just where do you draw the line at unique to resprite? You take the RotMG copy, comment to the face. We just want to recreate the feeling we had playing 2011 and evolve from. No, that's what I was saying. That's what I thought too. I was just because I remember, I think you made the announcement. It was you or one of the other members saying you're a team of jaded ex-RotMG players, and that's the impression that I got from the game, is you guys wanting to take. It was you. Okay, I was right. Sometimes both time and people just kind of blend together. These past 2 years, I also have really bad memory. But yeah, no. Looking through the development, playing through the beta, it felt that's the impression that I got, was literally you guys were trying to take the OG Realm and, like you said, just go from there and make Realm what it could have been had Kabam not completely made it just pure monetization. Yeah, and I think that's the impression that everybody gets, and it's pre-Kabam Realm, which there's nothing wrong about that. one of the things that, like, I was also really, I literally mentioned this before you, I think, like, shortly before you stopped down. One of the things that I found kind of ironic about the Steam reviews as well, is that a lot of the Steam reviews are complaining that it doesn't, they're like, oh, this game only has as much as Realm did when it came out. And they're saying it doesn't have as much content as Realm. It's like, well, no shit, Sherlock. A week-old game is not going to have as much content as a 12-year-old game. It's just like... And if Darza's already has as much content as Realm did when it came out, that's a good starting point. I mean, I left a positive review. Well, I gave it the recommended, and I shared my experiences to what how the release was a little rocky, but that was just my experience. Whenever I write a Steam review, I try to be as openly honest as possible of, like, what my experience is like. But yeah, it was a positive review the second it released. I think unbiased is what you're looking for. I try to be as unbiased as possible, because games can never improve and people can never improve if they can't take criticism. I mean, you guys are just barely bigger than what Wild Shadow was when they released Realm. Like, I'm curious as to how many, like, active developers you guys are. 5 members, 2 full developers, 2 content, you and Poc. Poc does the music, UIs, effects. Kyle does web bot stuff and also works on some content. Okay. You handle all the legal stuff. Alright, alright. So yeah, you guys are like... So yeah, you guys are about the size of what Wild Shadow was when Realm came out. All the roles are very dynamic. And that's good, though.
All in all, Darza's is a fun game to pick up and put down, and while it does have flaws currently, I mean, what game doesn't, I'm confident that the development team will do their best to iron out those as best they can, considering the team is still small. My name is Sharzgan, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, which was far different from what you're used to seeing. Hope you guys have a great day, night, whatever time it may be for you. Peace!